Hello, YouTube. This is Ewan Spence and ESC Insight calling. Our song reviews have finally reached Poland. Yes, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I'm Ewan Spence calling you from the ESC Insight Podcast YouTube studios, where we're rapidly repurposing our podcast content to get it into YouTube ahead of our trip to Liverpool and the Eurovision Song Contest 2023. 37 countries are heading there. We're going to review the songs from one of those countries right now. Myself, Monty Moncrief, and Olympia settle in with Blanka. The song is Solo, and the country is Poland.
Do you know what? It's like the song version of a pot noodle. It's nutritionally invalid. I think it's creatively bankrupt. It's derivative. We've heard it before. It does absolutely nothing for me. I know that there aren't many bops this year. There aren't many of the kind of the girl bops, the summery kind of vibes, and people might see that and kind of like lean into it. That song, I don't know. I don't think she performs it particularly well. I don't know much about her as an artist, but there's something about this presentation that just feels there's no richness to it. I don't want to listen to it. And I like I said, people could still vote for this, and it would, if it qualifies, it will annoy me no end. Yeah, do you know what? I'm not into it.
What I'm seeing is this really feeding into a wider issue which seems to be rearing its head to a much greater extent this year, and that's the abuse of some artists online. People are disappointed that their favourite didn't get through, and people are making all sorts of allegations of unfairness at the broadcaster, but they're taking it out on Blanka herself, and this is just not on. I mean, there's tagging artists into negative posts on social media. I mean, there was allegations that fans at the Barcelona party were shouting the name of a different competitor during the performance by San Marino, to the extent that the San Marinese delegation have put out a statement on internet, and various artists are stepping up and saying, please stop bullying the artists that have been selected. There's a little bit of an issue that I think is becoming a little bit too endemic in the fandom. This absolutely has to stop. Eurovision is all about judging. It's what it's set up to do. It's judging one song against the other. It's exactly what we're doing right here, right now in this podcast. But it's perfectly possible to dislike a song or dislike the way a song is performed, and that is all fair game. But hurling abuse at the artist because it's not your preferred song or you don't like the way they've done it it really isn't it.
I mean, Olympia, Monty, I completely stand by and agree with those comments about what the community's been doing. I always find it's a curious balance that I have to strike, because there are songs that I just don't get, that are just like, I don't get it. Art is subjective. Music is art. And we are in a contest where we have to discuss songs. Everybody just needs to step back and think, if you meet this artist, are you going to have to apologize to them? And if the answer is yes, you've done something wrong and you need to take a look and redo whatever you're doing. So with all that said, I'm now going to turn to the song, and I'm of a similar opinion. It is just bland. I think part of it is the tempo. I'd like to have a song that goes, it's that sort of slow Eurobeat summer dance tempo, and that just does not sit nicely with me. It's just I think the song could go with going a little bit faster. But if this song goes a little bit faster, it'll be exactly the same tempo as I wrote a song from the United Kingdom. And frankly, I'll just go with May's song rather than this one in my playlist. What this song reminds me of is a tick box chart. Everything that we need to do has been ticked off, and everything has been added up, and the sum of all the parts is actually less than all the parts that's going through here. It's modern, but it's in the modern sense of there are so many songs like this out there. This one just doesn't stand out.
Yeah, I mean, to get on to the song itself, now that I've got all of that off my chest, I agree. It feels a bit flimsy. It's a bit of a lightweight example of this genre. The kind of sort of Latinish summer pop, which you're right, it is absolutely all the rage. It's, we hear it across Europe every year, but it's a bit too lightweight for me. I have to say that I am convinced this is in the Spotify and the YouTube playlists more than once, because when I'm playing through it, this song seems to come on more frequently than any of the others. And I have to say, no disrespect to Blanka, and I have to say, I think in a show like Eurovision, where it's rehearsed within an inch of its life before you get to the host city and once you're there, all of these issues in performance and vocal, etc., have time to be ironed out. But I'm at the point where I've heard this song sufficient times already.
Yeah, I wonder if she's caught in kind of an impossible position, really. I think seeing her reaction when she won the national final, I don't think she had considered that she was going to at all. So it's, just to reiterate everything we've said before, she's in a tricky situation. It doesn't change the fact that the song is almost feels like an AI just kind of wrote it. It's so generic that it almost feels a bit nefarious or something. I don't know.
Just for everybody out there who loves your ChatGPT melodies, this year will be the third year of the AI Song Contest. So you can listen to all the entries at AISongcontest.com, and no doubt we will do something with that on ESC Insight later on. But there is a separate contest for AI generated songs. This is not it. But I come to this song and it may not be AI generated, but it just feels like it is coming out a machine that has produced so many more songs in the past and so many more songs in the future, and they all blend into one. And I just remember it goes dum 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 da 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 dum 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 dum, and then I realised I'm actually singing Fairy Tale by Alexander Rybak. So, sorry, no, it's a miss.
It's absolutely a miss. Miss. Big fat miss.
Blanka, if you're listening to this, you are going to the Eurovision Song Contest. This is going to be such an opportunity for you. You go out there, you live your best life and have the time of your life. But I'm sorry, your song is a miss for me.
And remember, we have 10,000 songs submitted to broadcasters across Europe and beyond. We've got the 37 best songs from that collection, and everybody that we talk about in Jukebox Jury and beyond is in that mix as well. So success has already been found. Enjoy your time on the stage. Blanka there on solo, Poland's entry into this year's Eurovision Song Contest for 2023. Just in case you're listening to this many, many years in the future. Right, you can get the full podcast back at our website. We have articles, we have information there. We'll have more for myself, Monty and Olympia. We've got 5 songs in total, so go find them on our channel. And when you're done with that, check back for more song reviews as we head closer and closer to the Albert Docks in Liverpool. Ta-ra for now. You've been listening to the highlights of Jukebox Jury as we preview the Eurovision Song Contest 2023. Find out more and listen to our podcast, www.escinsight.com.